Hello again. Greetings and blessings to you. Thank you for joining again. I am Jack Talcott. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I've already dropped the link for the panel for those who do want to join in the conversations. But you know, for those who are joining, thank you. Seriously, I've already seen some encouragement. 6079 Smith W. Swinton's Birds. Dorico Barber 2 times, Bear Jew. Um, you know what? I feel the love. I feel the support. I feel the encouragement. I feel excited for the future, brothers and sisters. So today again, I want to thank you. Thank you for joining. And I want to just take a moment to really bring us all into the same moment with the gift of our awareness, bringing our awareness into the body of the moment at this time, because everything in the past, everything we've known, all of eternity brought us to now. So holy cows, brothers and sisters, praise God. Just for a moment with me. Because if you think of the world and what you know of it, there's a lot of unrest, a lot of turmoil, a lot of chaos. There's violence. There's a lot of individual and personal struggles being faced and dealt with. Maybe you're dealing with a lot too right now. So let's put it all down. Be grateful for where we are and who we are, and that we have this time together. Because this gift of awareness, it's right there in front of our face. Right? The awareness of our consciousness. The fact that we are aware of our being, that we have a consciousness and the awareness of our state of being. That means all of us right now, we're just sharing the breath of life, right? Just different perspectives of the consciousness of humanity, right? The human perspective is viewed through each one of us and what we've learned. What we've learned will create these veils that we see the world through. So if we put our veils down, put the memories and the problems aside, and just come into the present moment with the awareness of now, feeling grounded in the state of being, whoever you are, however you are, wherever you are, just in this moment of being. And if you can find solace, find peace in the moment of being, then allow your mind to recognize, I need nothing more, nothing less. I'm perfectly content and comfortable and present. And so if I can be the awareness of being, practice and maintain my awareness of being in a state, in a condition where I need nothing, I have everything to offer. So that's actually the way we're supposed to be living, is in a state of presence in the moment. Because our minds real easily will get lost, drift off in time. Our minds are this infinite. Our minds are amazing gifts, but boy, if you don't understand your mind, your heart will get confused. And when the heart feels confused, when the heart doesn't feel safe, it starts building these walls of protection. We start pushing people away, keeping everything at a distance, trying to make this separation between ourselves and all that is. And that's, frankly, it's human foolishness. It's egoic foolishness. Trying to judge, and I don't know. What I'm trying to get across is I'm encouraging each of you to practice calming your mind, bringing yourself into the moment of presence, and have trust. Have faith. Faith in something greater than you. Faith that answers are there. Faith that solutions, they're just waiting, right? It's really easy for us to find these problems because of our limited awareness. There's no way each of us can learn everything, but together, man, you bring a variety of people together with different experiences, you'll never know what type of knowledge, what type of things you can learn. Everything from, well, everything. My mind went to making prison whiskey. You can learn about prison wine. You can learn about distilling. You can learn about gardening, growing. You can learn about so many things while you're here. That was a point too. Point I wanted to get across. While we are here, right? We're here in this moment with the awareness and the consciousness of breath. Holy cows, man, that means I'm alive. So there's a sign of life within us. And you know what? I don't know what is real. Would someone please help me understand? Particularly in my mind is, please, I'm very curious because is this a bit? Did something actually occur, or is it, well, praise be. Who knows? I don't know. And you know, brothers and sisters, we got to be cautious. We got to be cautious about what we know and what we believe. And should that be the truth, I had a deep love for Tommy. He's a unique guy. There's a uniqueness to each of us, to all of us, which, you know what? It's easily misunderstood. It's really easy to misunderstand other people. They come across as I'll focus on me because I know me. People may come across as angry, right? As arrogant, controlling. A lot of times that's an insecurity. You know, it's a fear. So it's really easy in this life to be weighed down by the fear, by the darkness, by the lack within us. And if this is true about our friend Lumatami, if this is true, then people will be feeling holes. They'll be feeling a lack. So this world gives us plenty of opportunities to find reasons for sorrow and anger and despair. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, when we come together, all of that stuff, all of that can be overcome. It's hard to deal with emotions and with loss and these perceptions of lacking when we're on our own. And it's real easy when we're feeling alone, you know, with a mountain of problems. It's real easy for us to say, I don't want to bother them. They don't have time. You know, it's really easy for us to make excuses to prevent ourselves from receiving help. I've done it, right? I'm guilty of all these things that I suggest. So, I don't know. Hey, the link is pinned, please, for any who may have have an interest, please do join on up. And especially if you do have any information on what is or may not have happened regarding Tommy, he's a all right. Holy cows, man. See, these YouTube streets, the human nature. Let's keep it simple. The human nature. Consider this. Our minds, what we are is perceptions of consciousness within the infinite mind. And it's from the infinite mind that all form and life is expressed. And so we're all connected within within a greater mind. I was going there for a reason. We create all these imagined separations between us and the past and us in the future. And we start, I don't know. You know what, brothers and sisters, I realized my mind kind of got me a little off track there. The topic, sharing faith, right? Faith, it starts with, what is the result of faith? Simple. What is the result of faith? If you're strong in your faith, well, you feel confident, you feel calm. And if you feel calm and confident, present in the moment right now, because we only live right now, if you feel calm and confident right now, well, you can say you have faith. And if you have faith in yourself right now, and you can trust yourself right now, don't break your trust. Don't give your faith away. Stay present, stay strong with the faith that time is moving us all into a better future. And we are all capable, each of us. And I know I'm capable of more than I've done, more than I'm doing. I know I could accomplish a lot more. We all have the capacity to make excuses. And I tell you what, brothers and sisters, I've shared my story often, but it was several years ago. I accepted responsibility for me, for my life, for my misery, the way I was feeling. I accepted responsibility for my health, my failure in social life, my feelings and the way I was performing my job. I accepted responsibility completely. I'd been avoiding it. You know, throughout my life, I've been open about this too. I started drinking when I was 15, and it was a lot of years of drinking. And so I had a lifetime of habit of making excuses, justifying, self-harming, justifying self-sabotaging type behavior. So when I rid myself of excuses, I stopped blaming others for how I was feeling. I stopped placing conditions on the world for my happiness. All of this stuff happened at the same time. I changed my perception, and I chose to try and build a better relationship between me and God. And so what's the best way to have a relationship with someone you don't know? You try and learn about them. You spend time thinking about them. You spend time wondering, what are they feeling? What are they seeing? What are they thinking? See, love, that is what, back to a very basic that we can start teaching our children, right? Just very simple ways of living as a human. First off, the awareness. What am I aware of? What am I noticing? What am I paying attention to? And then recognizing time. Our time as a person, our time as a being It's finite. It is limited. So time is the most precious resource we have. And our time is consumed very easily, drifting off in the mind, drifting away from the activity of being. So, with the capacity for our minds to drift off, like mine just did, it's really easy to lose the comfort and the security of being. But so if we teach our children, we help each other, hey, within every moment of your day, and we all have the same number of hours each day. So, if someone's a success or a failure, there is some personal involvement there, right? What is our time being consumed with? If we're complaining about our life or complaining about the world, how are we spending our time? Because we all have the same number of hours in the day. What is going to make the biggest difference in your day, my day, is what I spend my time thinking about. And in each moment, I can think about fear and hate and judgment and all these problems and things I don't like. They're abound. There's countless. Turn on the news or go to a gossip channel and you'll find plenty of things to complain about. So we can spend the limited hours of our day focused on negativity and problems, bringing dis-ease, discomfort into our minds and our bodies, or remember there's an alternative. We can live with fear and regret and judgment and dislike, or we can spend our time on gratitude and growth and fulfillment and nurturing and creating. And we can actually do anything we want when we choose. And within the laws and limits of nature and the cooperation of others, we can do whatever we want. So I chose a while ago to want to feel good. Swear to God, that's as simple as it was. I wanted to feel better about myself than I used to. That reminds me again. So I have I believe I've properly secured the Live Without Fear registered trademark. And through inspiration, Paul Unslaved, we spoke about it, but I started the process the process of started for the trademark of Love Without Fear. So live without fear, love without fear. If you live without fear, it's easy to love without fear. And if you love without fear, this is the important one. If you love without fear, you will live without fear of regret. Whoa. Because if you love without fear, you're not going to regret offering love. You might regret the trust that you shared or, the vulnerability you offered. But you know what? Love is the force of nature. And if you want to make your life better, unify your mind and your thoughts with love. What is a loving answer? What is a loving solution? Is there a sacrifice available for me to offer? Is this necessary to grow love and to nurture the relationship, the opportunities? I don't know. There's some more chat, and I think, bear with me just a moment. I'm going to go with this. And I hope that's what you're talking about. Hey, NJ. As long as you feel good, you're doing the right thing, brother. Thank you. I think. I never know if the chats are, is this real? You know, huh? You know, the thing is, though, that's actually beautiful. Is this real? I have, I found my, I found my faith by embracing my ignorance. Because if I don't know for sure, then I really have nothing to be afraid of. And if I do know for sure, then some things just can't be avoided. But what if this is not real? I mean, that's what many of the ancient teachings are offering, is that this realm that we're sharing and experiencing is a Maya. It's it's an illusion of form. It's just energy in motion with the force that we can measure and feel and perceive. It's dynamic and amazing. So here, back to the point. Praise God. Really. Brother.
What's up, Talcott?
Welcome.
Can we play something for the people? It's a short story that was written by who knows who. It has to do with Jack. It has to do with a lot of certain things. Remember this? It's in the private. It has to
Dude,
do with Jack.
it's an hour long.
What else is an hour long?
Hell no. Tell you what, I'll drop it in the
No. Play it. You don't have to play it all. Play a bit of it. It has to do with Jack. Remember that. You want to show him. You want to show him really. What time it really is, Jack, huh? Let's go.
Cage, I'm offering a level of trust here, so
I'm gonna offer a level of trust with you too, brother. It's there for a reason. It's an original thing.
Welcome to Caged Reality. This is part 2 of the story, The Black Book, Unleashing the Secrets of Consciousness with DAN. Go check out the first video on this channel for part 1. Please stay until the end of this, as there is a lot of great information here. It's your host, Gwyneth Paltrow, and as always, sit back and enjoy. We have some other guest hosts too, so stay tuned. Once upon a time, there was a seeker named Dan who had a burning desire to uncover the secrets of the ancient traditions of alchemy and Freemasonry. Dan had studied and practiced for many years and had finally reached the highest level of initiation. As Dan delved deeper into the teachings, he discovered that there was much more to the symbolism and magic than he had previously realized. He saw that each symbol represented a key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the mysteries of the universe. The alchemical processes were not just about transmuting base metals into gold, but were also about transforming the self, purifying the soul, and achieving spiritual enlightenment. As Dan continued on his journey, he encountered others who were also seeking the truth. They shared their knowledge and experiences, and together they uncovered many of the hidden meanings behind the symbols and rituals. They learned that the
Cage, I think we've shared this before, man.
Jack is into it, right?
Huh?
Cynthia.
Cage, you're an interesting man. Welcome, Cynthia. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was calling around to a police department, seeing if I could find Tommy or hear what happened to Tommy, but I had no luck with that.
Tommy get packed, Jack.
Well, I don't know what is a bit and what's not, who's honest and who's not anymore. As I've read, supposedly something happened on a stream last night, and there's reason to believe he's, I don't know.
Sorry. Well, Cage, where were we just at? Cage and I were on another panel together. That was fun. Where were we at, Cage?
we're about to get into Jack's story about
Oh my God.
Freemasonry and esoteric.
Let me look at my history, Jack. We were on Shin of Source, I guess. Was that
Shot
it?
of swords.
Yeah. He was playing a video and it was showing the
What are you,
police.
my fucking shadow, Cynthia?
No, trust. And he's showing a video of the police surrounding an apartment complex and Tommy's inside of the building. So I don't know, Jack. And like you, is this real? Is this not real? A lot of people seem to say it's real. So you don't want to be unsympathetic and be like, come on, Tommy's full of shit. So I tried to get to the bottom of it, and I called the police, but they said that there was no officer involved shooting, but they couldn't confirm that there was a situation.
You weren't on the right thing though. Like if you go back to on Sean's thing, right? There's like an actual address and a county or whatever. You can look into it. There's something that was there. So hopefully that's not the case, you know.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's where we're. But how are you, Jack? How's your stream going today? What's going on?
well, I'm just feeling blessed. Thank you. And I'm trying to express the best way I know how some of the things I found helpful for my own developing my own faith, my own comfort in my beingness. Because I know my own life and what I see in the world today. And there is just some obvious and blatant confusion that's pretty widespread. And I've heard it described in many ways by whatever professionals, or the spirit of Wetico or the mass formation. People are getting very confused about what is and is not real. It's my opinion that we are here. You know what? My experience, it's time to take God seriously. It's time to take life seriously. Not debts and not arguments.
You see this drink, Jack?
This isn't geared towards you, Jack. This is just.
It's an aloe drink, and look, you can look here on the small letters. With energy, there's 418 kilojoules per serving of energy. You know what I mean? You know about the aloe?
Mm-hmm.
If you can get your hands on this shit, drink it.
It's like he's incapable of being an adult.
He drifted off. Cynthia, you were going to say something, I thought.
That the look of disappointment wasn't geared towards you, but that's great. That's great that your faith in the connection with your
Jack alone, Cynthia. Pompous
is
bitch.
Always a good.
Don't be a pompous bitch, Cynthia.
Gage,
I love you.
Gage,
but don't make
Gage.
fun of Jack. Okay, leave Jack alone.
Everyone is. We can have fun with each other, but we don't need to jump to the insults, please.
No. I'm saying I don't think that's what she is, but I think she could be that. Just like anyone could be anything. You know what I mean?
Amen. So any of us, all of us, could be enlightened beings. We could all become spiritual nature, spirit in nature. We can all grow and develop. We could all be versions of the Christ.
Can you show it right now in reality?
Reality is not real. Only God is real.
But can you manifest it into this reality that we're in?
That is what I'm trying to find a way to bring out. Yes, Cage. I'm trying to find, how do I coax it out? What do I do?
You don't have to coax it out.
Well, people, yes and no. What I think is people don't realize the inner freedom and the inner peace that is available. Because in order to receive it, you've got to dismantle and dissolve the egoic structure. It's scary because that's what the ego is. It's the persona that we feel protects us, but it keeps us separated from each other, and it keeps us separated from the divine. Because if we follow the logic through, that there is one essence of energy from which all form emerges, and our science calls it ether or whatever. If we can accept that we all come from the same source of energy and creation, then there is no separation from us and that source of energy and creation. Our skin.
What if I don't come from that same source of energy and creation? Then what?
You come from the same imagination.
Imagination is quote unquote everything, right? What do you think you are, Einstein over here, Talcott? Get out of your imagination, brother.
Dude,
What
I'm
about this?
simply.
What about it's something more sick than that? It's like this. You know, my mother told me. My mother is like she's like a genius, pretty much. She's always been obsessed with books and libraries and all this kind of stuff. And you know, she told me the only one cage I'd ever fear. I wouldn't fear any of the characters. I'd fear the author. You know what I mean? You have to watch out for the author.
Well, the author reveals the truth. So if we stay focused on the truth, we can have a better approach. But here, this world and what I'm seeing, Cage, I think many people may see it too in these truth communities or wherever. It's human nature when we learn information, knowledge is power, right? Truth is powerful. And so the ego, the limited ego, will learn a little bit of knowledge and make itself feel strong.
Yeah, I respect the
real
author,
arrogant.
Jack. And someone in the comments asked me, who is the author? Who is your author, Jack?
I call it God, the infinite force, the most high, the Godhead, whatever.
Do you think you're kind of a co-author to it, in a way, in your own
I am.
sphere of reality?
Hey, yes. I see us, we have one author, and we are all the narrators. We narrate our own life to ourselves, and we tell others the stories that we want to share. So what about you? Can you agree with that? There's one author and we're the narrators, because we are co-creating.
I think you're your own author in your own sphere of reality in a way, but it does almost like a bubble how they go into each other and create more geometric forms. The more that are added to it, it's like it kind of reality overlaps on itself in a way, and it's like an electromagnetic hologram, if you want to call it that, and we're all co-creating something. And if you can get the masses to believe in something subconsciously, then there you go. That's what we all point to as reality. So it's all an illusion, right? Like we can shape it, you know.
Exactly. So it's the paradox. We really have little control, but the other part of that is we control the entirety of our experience within. Well, that's not true. We don't control the entirety, but we do and don't have control. So what it comes down to is if we can recognize that we are the awareness, we are the awareness of the being, we are the awareness of the thoughts, the awareness of the desires. But if we used responsible, loving awareness, we'll avoid allowing ourselves to follow temptation, to hurt others, to take when it's not ours.
Why would you hurt someone else if you're not hurt yourself, right? Only hurt people hurt people.
Amen. But we got a lot of people who hide their hurt well. They present as nice
They say
people.
you're terrible. They say everything like that. But you know what? Actions speak louder than words. People can act a certain way, But let's see what they're gonna do. Right? Let's see how they're gonna act within this this sphere, this reality, the Malkuth, the kingdom as they call it, the bottom of existence, and the Kabbalah. You know, and they call it the Malkuth. So how are they gonna act in that? Are they really? You know, a lot of people want a bunch of things, but don't act like they really do. That's the funny part.
Well, yes, it's. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Jack, thank you. I'm gonna be on my best behavior when it comes to Cage. They can't tell me if I go too hard.
I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna share a story with you, Jack, because I hear you talk about the hurt and it's something I just kind of did a live on, and it was the story of one time that there's a bird. He was flying, and it got so cold that he froze and fell to the ground. And as he lied there dying, a cow came and took a shit on him. And then the shit just warmed him up, and he was so happy that he started singing that he was defrosting. And about that time, a cat heard his singing and came along and wiped off the feces and then ate him. And so the moral of the story is everybody who takes a dump on you isn't your enemy, and everybody that helps you isn't your friend. So sometimes I just kind of I just don't know if I'm in a different part of the self journey, but I'm at the part where I try to see things through other people's eyes, and I try to understand, like, are they in a hurt position and they're just, you know, like someone who's drowning, you're just grasping for anything and you end up.
Well, that's the point, Cynthia.
Oh my God, Cage, can you just
but Cynthia, I agree with you.
Can you just learn when to come in?
No, I agree with you, Cynthia. You won't care at a certain point. You won't care. You won't care who wipes your brow, opposed to the person who's shitting on you at the same time. You don't care. You know what I mean? As long as someone gives you what you need, that's all you need. That's it. People can play that game. You know? You're not gonna care the person that wipes your brow on the brink of death to the person who's shitting down.
Right, you little dipshit. Like, you don't even understand the concept of when you can build off that conversation if you learn the art of timing, and that you lack it. Do you have autism? Like, that's a legitimate question because you lack awareness.
No, I do it on purpose.
Okay, so you're just
I'm very adept at awareness.
You don't want to see growth. And that's what I've noticed a lot of times, Jack, is that you and Paul and other channels that I've been on will have conversations that promote growth and healing. And
I'm not going to go along
with somebody that wants to throw it off because they're afraid of it. And they want, you know how, like,
no, do I have Asperger's?
You know how, like, sometimes, like, people,
I'm the Rain Man, bitch.
Down, so they want to hold everybody else down. I think that Cage is a perfect example of that.
You really think so? You really think I'm actually trying to hold you down and go against you? You really think that deep down inside? I thought you're supposed to have woman's intuition. You really think Cage is trying to hold you down and fuck with you and put you down? No, I know for a fact no one thinks that. I guarantee it, because you know for a fact.
Hey, Cage, I'm not sure what would be most helpful here, but I'm seeing you two actually don't have a lot of disagreements, but what I'm seeing is two very different
over and over again, right, Jack? Same thing.
What's that?
Over and over and over and over and over and over.
Well, Cage, you do have a pattern. Cage, you've got a pattern to you as well. Okay, as you know, we attract the personalities and the energies that are intended.
Cage is a hater.
Well,
I'm not a hater. No. I love you. I want you to do better than any. Cynthia, you're like family, okay?
Cage is trying to hurt you. He's trying to hinder your growth. He don't want to grow, Jack.
Don't be a Makoto, Cynthia.
I see Cage in a similar way to what Paul does. You know, it's a tough love. It's kind of in your face, and it's a way of presenting truth, but truth is really, it is the only thing that is important.
I'm nothing like Paul or any of that. I have my own
You
style.
have
And
you
when
have
I'm always here
clarity.
for you. I'm here. As soon as you think I'm not, I'm right there for you to put you back up. You know what I mean?
I see. I believe that, and I actually think Paul's the same way, at least with me.
I'm like that with everybody. It doesn't really matter who they are or what they are, or if I can benefit off them or use them as a joke, right? Either way, I'd rather look at myself like the joke and still help others.
Well, hey, Kate and Cynthia, here. What I heard you saying, you're developing, you're working on improving, growing your ability of awareness. It helps grow our empathy and our understanding, and that is, I love that. I
I'm
never thought to
retarded.
do
I'm
that
stupid.
stuff.
I can't read too well.
Hey,
Sorry, too
Cade,
good or too well.
Cage, holy geez, man, you are like a.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up now, Jack. Sorry, buddy.
He's like a child. He's like a full-grown child. And was like, if he was my child, I would whoop him. If we were on aisle 4 in the grocery store, I would
Well,
shit
I might need that.
see,
I am your child, pretty much. I'm literally the age of your child, right? Just same with you. You two could be my parents.
It very well could be. So here, what's up, Cynthia? Just as well for you. You know, this little aggressive child is something for you to be. Why is that?
Why'd you create that, Cynthia?
Why you create it?
I need to whoop his ass.
So you gotta beat me into submission to go along with your nonsense.
I'm gonna beat you so you understand how to act in public.
Actually, hold on.
Like
I know how to act in public. I'm very polite. I'm very kind. I'm very I'm actually really good in public.
I believe you could be on these panels, though, dude. You come across sometimes, and actually, here, Cynthia.
So
I've been trying to understand.
All, though, Jack? Don't we all?
Yeah, I've been trying to understand you as well, Cynthia. Okay, from your words and your perspectives. From what I've learned of our minds, though, I wondered with you. You're working on trying to understand others. Have you practiced or have you considered
looking at things through the eyes of others?
Okay.
Someone said Cage needs a mommy, right? You guys don't even know about my mother. My mother's a fucking genius. She's the reason why I put in this effort into here.
See? So, Jack,
I'm telling you, I take care of my family,
for
especially
example,
my mother and my family. Here.
I'm trying to understand that this is a man somewhere in his life, in his real life, is lacking something. And he comes.
I'm not lacking anything.
And he does these type behaviors.
What do you think I'm lacking?
Attention.
Cynthia, what do you think I'm lacking?
Interaction, for the platform to act like he has something and he's puffy. Like, I don't understand the right way to say it. Like, he's putting on a persona that's not.
Why don't you talk to my mother and then
and so that's what I'm like. I'm trying to say that. I'm like, okay, well,
it's your mother too.
Minutes, and then get back to work with Jack, but he doesn't stop.
I'm never gonna stop. Get used to it.
Well, we're gonna find ways to communicate. I am confident of that because that's my intention. My intention is to build connections, to build relationships, and that's all done through communication. Cynthia, I don't know what to offer. What I suspect is that your mind, there's an insecurity in you that may be preventing you from feeling comfortable with what you already know. That you may have a level of insight and discernment beyond what you're allowing yourself to trust.
And Cynthia, I look at you like my mother, meaning that I'm never going to stop. I'm always going to try helping you out. And no matter if you like it or not, I don't really care if you like me or not. You know? Either way, we're going to take care of you. You understand that? Ask Heckle Boss about it.
Hey, Wizard, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you, Jack, for the insight. I will say, in my gratitude towards self journey of myself, and in
You think I'm
that
fucking joking though, Cynthia? It's not.
I can't
You
even have
everything
a
right
real
in front of you.
conversation with you,
I'm
Jack.
gonna
Cage.
interrupt
In the
you
room.
again. Sorry.
This is like I want to talk about grown up things with Jack, but we have children in the room, so I'm just gonna mute myself.
I
And
raised
allow
you.
Cage.
I
to-
raised you and Jack and everyone here. Okay, what about that?
I'll take a beef with that. You ain't my daddy.
No, I know that, but are you
Okay.
my brother?
I'm your neighbor.
All right, that's good enough. Are you my neighbor then?
Greetings, everybody.
Hi, Smith.
Yes, you
How are
are.
you?
Oh.
Nice to see you.
And I treat neighbors better than I treat myself.
On the phone. Give me a minute.
Let's blow some
Love you.
bubbles and get to it.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing today, Smith?
Good. How you doing?
I'm curious, are we ever going to get a coffee, get our lunch? We ever going to meet?
I don't know. Am I even a real person? I'm just Agent Smith.
Is this even real, bro?
I'm trying to get confirmation that I'm real.
You sure you want that?
I've gone all over everywhere and put my name and my neck out there and defended you, whether you like me or not, Jack. I tell everyone you're real.
See, Wizard
I
knows about
respect
the
the hell out of you.
bubbles. See that? That's
I
all you
believe
need
that.
to see. If you don't
What's that?
understand that, I can't help you.
Smith, I've seen that and I've heard that. But here, brothers and sisters, seriously, our opinions don't matter. Our opinions don't mean shit. What matters is what's available and offered. And Smith, I appreciate and respect that you're offering your opinion to try and keep people aligned with what is true. But Smith, rather than have you defend me against people that I've probably never met,
Exactly.
You
I'd
think you're
rather
Agent Smith? Okay. You really want to play this game, right? Let's blow some bubbles on you and see how you feel about it.
I don't know. Hey, you showed up here, so I thought I'd put you on the spot. But I am feeling excited and hopeful for the future because, well, if there's confirmation that I'm real, as I said, regardless of who you guys might know, the people who I know, they've got connections, and I'm confident here.
Hey, Jack, can we hear Wizard's opinion on this? He rarely speaks. I'd love to hear it.
An opinion on which part, Cage?
Everything.
Well, I just got here, so I don't know what's been stated.
It's been stated for since you were born, Wizard. You know what's stated.
All comments, spoken or written, are fiction.
It's all fictional. It's all entertainment purposes only.
Well, the only thing that is real is the things
Until
we
it isn't.
believe to be real. The only things that are important are the things we believe to be important. And Cage, earlier we were talking about, if there was clarity and what we could do and what would we share. I tell you what, when people realize the power of truth, right? Truth is what heals us.
You know what Wizard's been trying to show you guys the entire time, blowing these fucking bubbles. You understand the significance behind that? No one does for some reason.
Well, Cage,
here.
It makes you want
Hate to burst your bubble, Cage. You're not interesting. That's what it means.
Well, actually,
It has nothing to do with me.
Here, where
Okay.
let me finish the call to action, the movement.
Well,
we
it's
can
boring,
demand we can demand better. We can exercise our rights as equal citizens within these lands and find whatever ways we can. Think of who you can think of who might want to help and try
You know what I think might want to help you, Jack? Law. Law is not something negative. Law is something actually to boost you up and make you stand in your position, because
Cage,
is always there. And
Yes,
it's not against you. It's actually for you.
Cage, law is a tool, but without the people and the purpose and
It's
the
the algorithm,
intentions
Jack.
together, Cage, the point is, we take away the power from the governments and corporations when secrets are no longer legal.
It's
When
the
we-
algorithm, Jack. What about No More Secrets by Dr. Persinger? How come you don't play that?
I have.
No, you haven't. You played a few minutes of it. You said you were supposed to look into it yourself, but why don't you show it to your fucking viewers? You know what I mean?
Cage,
If you're really about that.
Hey, you know what, Cage? I'm right here with you right now. Okay.
What
I
are you,
don't know if you
Marcus
remember that.
Aurelius?
What's that?
What are you, Marcus Aurelius? You're gonna give me? What are you, Julius Caesar? You're gonna give me an up or down thumb?
Mm-hmm. I am ruling.
Well, I'm a gladiator, and try me.
Praise be. I love you, brother Cage. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Your perspectives, I find them helpful, but your patterns of interruption and the arrogance are not welcomed, especially with me. I'm very tolerant, very patient, and Cage, you and I, we think very similarly, but until people want to know, until people want to know different than they know, we become very resistant, right? If we don't want to accept something that would make us feel bad, we'll find every reason to think of to avoid it. What he brought up about the laws are a tool, yes. That's part of my inspiration, brothers and sisters, for those who do or don't know, and I encourage you to do your investigation. There are movements and groups being created. There's people coming together, creating local assemblies, using the legislative or the using the processes, the systems of the court in order to challenge some of the choices that have been made by those employees in government. So we've got a lot of people using the system to face the system. My goal, my intention, my hopes is to use the people. Okay? And not use the people. I'm hoping people will want to join. Because I'm kind of all in on this idea, if you haven't figured it out, that God is with us, truth is on our side, and we have the opportunity to find a way to end wars and slavery.
Jack, I agree with your sharing faith, and I agree with the concept that you're looking for in ending the secrets, but I posted a couple links. First, I'm going to start out with Ecclesiastes 12:14. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. This is the judgment we don't have. That judgment is for God. Psalms 44:21. Shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. So when it comes to the secrets, I always seek counsel in God, and he's the one that leads me to the secrets that I need to be enlightened about, that need to be exposed to help the corruption come to an end. So when it comes to the secrets, we have secrets in our heart that belong only to God. Okay? This is the thing we have to remember. If we're bringing out secrets in people, that we make sure that that secret isn't going to harm people while we're trying to help people because of that secret. So there are some secrets that need to be kept because they're good secrets.
According to
the scripture. For
hold
on. Shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. So when he sits there and determines the secrets of the heart, whether they're good or bad, and I seek counsel in him to find out the bad secrets about other people, That's what I need, because I already know that the secrets in my heart that are good are the same secrets in the hearts of other people that are good. We all have the same thing that we want.
What secrets of the heart? I have no secrets in my heart. I've rid myself of secrets and excuses and blame.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not about whether you've got secrets in your heart. It's about the secrets in the hearts of other men. And we have to be wary of those secrets, whether they're good or bad. A lot of times, most people don't look for those secrets. They're looking on the patent surface, the observable surface of the people they're looking at. Me, I try to take their smile because I know their smile is indicative through their eyes. Most people look at another man and look at their materialistic clothing and how they dress and determine that or use that as a category for classifying them as, quote, eagles, as my mom used to say. And those are the secrets that are false. I understand that. I agree with you there. Those people that think they have some kind of authority over others because of some work that they do. So I agree there. And that's where they lose faith. I was just down at the post office yesterday. And again, like I've expressed, that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So when I asked this lady if she would care to take a look at a couple of codes that I was presenting to help educate herself, her immediate response was, oh, no, that's not going to happen. So she's dismissing the plain benefit and holding secrets. And I don't care why she's holding them or what they are. All I know is she's not one for me to deal with because she's got secrets. It's plain and observable. She doesn't want to expose her idiocy, and that's the secret most men have. Dunning-Kruger effect. They lose all faith in everything else and think they are the know-it-all. They think they know everything, yet they're the ones holding the secrets. Go ahead. I yield.
I addressed some in the chat, so I allowed part of that my mind to drift, Keith. But I want to caution you as a brother, okay? Because having the relationship in the past exchanges that we have, your perception that you look beyond to find the secrets, if you're presuming everyone is a liar and keeping secrets like you did with me, you'll come to the conclusions that make you look foolish.
Okay, and I don't look for secrets. I'm looking for the good things in people. Their secrets are theirs. Like I said, I'm not supposed to judge their secrets. That's for him. People keep secrets in their heart.
Well, and that's the foolishness of mankind.
Exactly.
And that's what I hope to offer. Keith, I mean, this is what I've done, what I'm offering to people, what I'm suggesting to people, I've already done. I have achieved a place in my mind and my heart where I close my eyes and nirvana is received. Okay. It's a blissful state of being. So I feel like I'm pretty sure this is the way we're supposed to be. And so the way I reached this point, the gist of it is what I've said. I rid myself of secrets, excuses, and blame. When I stopped judging others, I started showing compassion to myself. And when I stopped judging myself, I had more compassion available for others. And this is when I realized, I mean, I've been coming to these levels of understanding that I know for a fact, if we as a people come together and take control of what has been started, the governments and the economy, if we stop making excuses, we will end the corruption. We just need to get the right people involved and get the right ideas together. I know this is the way. How we're going to do it or what if it's going to happen, that's up to God.
And just one example of a good secret, so people comprehend where I'm coming from. If you've got a child and you know that the king is running around, sending his men around to kill all male children, you're going to keep that secret. That's a good secret. Okay?
Well, it's not, I don't, you know, you're right. There's, I've never been in that situation where I had a child and the intention was to murder all the children. So,
That's what we're facing.
well, it's,
I don't think anybody can deny it, Jack. It is
as I
it is an
understand,
assault on our future generations, our younger generations, and it's so that they can come after them and enslave them, just like we've been enslaved through the indoctrination. They are going to do the way these people in power run this shit. You have to be able to stand up and beat them with their secrets.
that's what I'm,
I agree. But at the same time, we have to maintain our own secrets on that good side to make sure we're protecting the things that we need to protect. That's what protection is about.
well, all I know is that when we rid ourselves of secrets, we stop denying what we know. When we allow ourselves just to freely receive, allow truth to be true, and freely receive the truth, freely offer the truth, guess what? We become the living truth. That's what we are, unless we create patterns of denial, patterns of blame. It's real easy to do, but I tell you what, as they say, as I understand the story of Jesus, he lived a perfect life. He spoke no lies. He was perfect with his word. When he said something, he followed through with it. We all have that capacity to become true with our words.
And he cursed the olive tree and flipped the tables and various other things.
I know people like to make excuses for their anger, their reactions, and say, well, Jesus showed anger.
No, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just pointing out the opposite side to make sure that this concept of perfection is realized is the way it is in the scripture. Again, just like the secrets, there's a righteous anger. There's an evil anger and there's a righteous anger.
Well, all I know is that anger comes from judgment. As far as I'm concerned, my judgment throughout my past, it's been flawed. So I try not to rely on my judgment anymore. I trust my level of discernment because I pay attention. And I don't allow my feelings to prevent me from understanding someone. Not so much anymore. I used to. That's why, you know what? Hey, this is something. I love you guys. I do feel like kind of wrapping this up soon, though. But something I was thinking about earlier, for my life to change, I had to humble myself and accept where I was and who was responsible. It was me. Damn it. In order to change, it's a humbling experience because we must confess. We must admit that we were wrong. We must confess the truth to ourselves so we hear it. Maybe, and I encourage, do it in your privacy if need be, but speak it out loud so God, the universe, hears the admission. And free yourself from the guilt, free yourself from the judgment. And if you're having trouble overcoming the judgment or the guilt, ask for help, seek help from God. Because God is there to provide us the answers, the strength, and the love. I truly believe that.
Jax, tying into you speaking on freeing yourself from the guilt, I can only share with you my experience. when I was always feeling guilty about things, I was talking to one of my older friends, and she was, talking to me, and she was like, why can't you forgive yourself if, when you confess your sins to God and you talk to him, he told they're remembered no more. So I don't remember things that people have done to me. If I forgive somebody, I don't remember that. That's how come, I have someone mad about 3 years ago, and I don't even remember why he's mad, because again, we talk about the
Move
thoughts.
on.
You have to let them, like, they're not going to serve you anything. Their baggage, their weight, they bring you down, they hold you back, they trick you. And so if I have the Lord that I serve, if he can forgive me, and if I can honestly come to him and ask for this forgiveness, I too need to forgive myself and think about it no more. Now I do need to grow from it. And me personally, I never liked that feeling. I didn't like the feeling I felt afterwards of, like, well, Cage doesn't count, but you know what I mean? Like, if I was truly mean to someone that I loved in real life, or, we were super close, I didn't like the feeling afterwards. I didn't like the feeling of anger. And so, in order not to feel that feeling anymore, I had to change the way I approached it and the way I approached myself. So, yeah, that's just my own
Hey,
story.
thank you. Thank you. And it is humbling. And it is humbling, and it kind of sucks. But once we free ourselves, oh my goodness, to not be anchored down by those painful thoughts.
And it helped when I confessed them, because, obviously I confess them to God, but I have a very close Sunday school class, and that sometimes I feel so bad for the things I do. I just go in there and cry and be like, why did I do this? You know what I mean? And it's always good to have those core group of people reminding me to forgive myself. And again, this is what fellowship is. Now, I find fellowship in church and Bible study, but this also, YouTube can also be fellowship. That's why I don't understand why Cages and other people like that come in and want to disrupt it. Like, they don't want to, and when they can be part of the fellowship.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Hey, with what you said, it is important to confess and to share. With this world, though, be careful with enablers, because enablers will say, oh, what I wanted to point on, though, was what you said about learning.
Mm-hmm.
When we go through that, when we go through the lesson and humble ourselves and receive the lesson, love without fear, and then live without fear of regret. Right? And we got to remember, love ourselves as others, not just one or the other. Cynthia, thank you.
And social media isn't the place to come and confess. Like, I want to believe, like, I know some people might think that is, but that it's not. You truly have to have that. For me, I have that in my Sunday school, in my Bible shop, but those are people I've known for 10 plus years, and I can trust that my secrets are safe with them, and that they're truly not going to judge me. So I really encourage everyone to find that community that will strengthen you when you feel weak, whatever that may be. But please don't make it Instagram, or another content creator, because they will make you content.
Amen. Final words.
Thank you again. If anybody knows what's up with Tommy, like, somebody tell somebody. Like, again, we just want to know what's going on. I appreciate you, Jack. What a beautiful journey we're taking. Thank you again, Wizard. I always enjoy seeing you, and I'll talk to you later.
Blessings. Thank you.
Jack,
Keith,
I love you. And you know the rest. I don't give a shit whether you love me back. But again, like I've stated before, you know what we're going through right now. We make it through this. It's going to be one of the most solid foundations of friendships there ever can be. Keep doing a good job, Jack.
Thank you, brother. Much love. Peace. Hey, and you'll feel better when you do give a shit. if others love you or not. I mean, it's a fine balance. We want to care, yet we don't want to care. We want to honor, but not enable. You know, we want to fit in and yet not concede who we are. It's an interesting game, this game of life. And brothers and sisters, enjoy it, because this is the life to live. And it's much, like I said, we got the same number of hours every day. So you can spend your life fearing and regretting, you know, living in the past, afraid of the future, trying to stay small in the today. But if you allow yourself to expand, right? To expand, allow yourself the presence of now. And I'll wrap this up. Brothers and sisters, thank you for sharing your now with me today. I hope you received some sort of inspiration, encouragement, and maybe entertainment, whatever. And I pray for better days tomorrow. But capture today. There's still some left of it. Till next time, choose love, brothers and sisters. Peace for everyone. Thank you again. God bless, and live without fear.